It's news. It's news time.
It's news time again.
We're back again with more news.
Back
again with
more
news. Ryan, oh my goodness, today of all days, this is the day that we
a day of days.
So a day of days. I was getting ready for the normal podcast that we do, and I was making posts, and I posted something about Master Splinter, and because I felt like that the issue that we're covering on the show was very Splinter heavy. And something in my heart, like, you know, when you're like in the right time, the right place, the right time kind of thing, something told me I was doing the Lord's work, you know? And all of a sudden then, go to the Facebook group, Turtle Soup Facebook group, and there's a video. And it is the trailer for Shredder's Revenge, the video game, that's coming out sometime in the future, near future, hopefully. Where they're showing that Splinter is going to be a playable character. And so this is really exciting because we might have suspected it, but it's nice to have that confirmation, and it's wonderful to watch, which we will momentarily. But the last time that I think that we were here talking about Shredder's Revenge was when April got announced. And her reveal trailer was really neat, and we watched that. So in due form, we are going to now watch the Splinter trailer. So let's head on over to our Turtle Soup television. Let me see if I can get this real quick. Hold on, I got to do some connections and whatnot. Put the wires in. Let's see here. Where is that? Oh, there we go. I found the remote. I found it. Okay, so here we go. Let me fade on over there to that. And we got our little ESRB warning. And here we go. Let's run this. So we got our 4 turtles. We got April O'Neil, and then who's this? Oh, Master Splinter in what is that?
Dad
Fuchsia, and he is not wasting any time, just kicking Foot Soldier ass. Like, and those are some mousers. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Oh, I'm so excited. There's so much stuff in here. Oh my goodness, is that a Knucklehead? Oh, that's
pretty
Knucklehead.
good.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, this looks fantastic. Again, like just like everything else we've seen from this game, and Splinter is just keeping up with the other turtles.
My God.
Yeah. This is wild.
There you go.
Yeah. It's interesting because he's got his burnt Cheeto stick, and he looks just like he does from the animated series, which I'm a big fan of. That's classic. So So that's the trailer, the 1 minute trailer that they released. Now they I believe Sony also put out something on their channel for one of their shows. I think it's PlayStation Underground. That's about 8 minutes of gameplay, and it's pretty good. It shows Splinter doing a bunch of stuff. Most of the stuff you saw here. It sticks with it a little bit longer, but But yeah, and it's really cool. And this is what the screen's showing right now is the 4 turtles. It's probably what's going to be the box art cover of the video game. And this it shows the 4 turtles. April is on the right to the left of the turtles, and now where there was a gap, not really a gap, but like an empty space, there's Splinter on the right. Shredder's behind them, and the foot soldiers are all surrounding the turtles, and it looks amazing. Now, one of the questions I have for you, Ryan, is if there is room for Casey Jones, do you think that he could fit right there next to Mikey, between Mikey and Splinter? Do you think that they still have room for one more?
I mean that would kind of fit. Although Leo's sword's kind of in the way a little bit, but I think it could work.
I think it could too. I think they could do it. Because who else could it be? Like, who else could they use? Like, I don't think that there's really anyone else of the pedigree that everyone we've seen so far. Like, Casey's the only one I think that.
Casey's the only obvious like A-team member that's not shown in the art at this point. Yeah.
Right. So that's kind of where I'm at with it too. Now let's Splinter some more here. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay, so there's that was the other thing. So if it is Casey, if we think Casey's next, and we'll talk more about Splinter in a second. There's this bar there. So the title screen or not title. Oh wait, I forgot. This is a video that's jumping. Let me jump back. All right, there we go. So this screen with the multicolors, the colored turtles with their bars that match their bandanas. We have April in yellow and Splinter in purple, or not purple, but pink, fuchsia, something like that. If Casey is indeed a playable character, Ryan, what color do you think he would be?
See, it's hard because they're starting to kind of run out of primaries here a little bit.
Yeah,
like not primaries, but you know what I mean. Like they're starting to run out of like your basic color wheel main colors.
Right.
I feel like the only other obvious color is green, but I feel like that doesn't work. No. I think you've got honestly black might look kind of cool.
Might make I hadn't thought about black.
You know what I'm saying? A little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see
black
that.
would make him look good. Or maybe like an off-white, because like, or maybe like a wood-colored brown, like a light wood-colored brown, because of like the hockey stick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of thing.
Snap! That's neat. Yeah, because the off-white could be with the mask. That's cool.
The mask and like like kind of matches the light ash color of the hockey stick kind of thing. So it could work like that.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I was not thinking like that, but I like where you went with that. Yeah, the only other thing I could think of would be the teal on his shirt. But Leo's color that they're using here is a little bit like that. So that's not maybe
that's a little bit more like a it's not like a true blue. It's like a kind of a grayish blue.
Right. So so anyway, back to Splinter, the one that did get announced. We got your boy Splinter here, and the art looks great. Like this is just I don't know. Everything about this game
pixel art's great. No, it's
looking
beautiful.
Fantastic.
It's
amazing. The screen we're seeing right here is a more promotional art for Splinter and stuff with I think it's his pose from the front of the box. But the screenshot shows a lot of his movements are silhouetted in like a pink or a fuchsia or whatever that color is. And it reminds me a lot of Nightcrawler from the X-Men arcade game that's based off of Pride of the X-Men. And I love that. That's just doing so many things for me. And this screenshot shows them in like what looks like a kitchen, but you see some cameras and stuff at the bottom. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So it looks like
a cooking set at Channel 6.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's really neat. Because I don't think any of the prior video, and they might have, it's been a while since we've covered the video games, but I don't think many of the games covered the sets of Channel 6 unless it was like a newsroom maybe, but other than that
a newsroom only really.
Because if we get a Vernon stage, that would be it. Like I'm just gonna give them all my quarters at that point because Vernon. Vernon. So there's that, and then we get him doing some move right here. And this is what looks to be a hurricane kick, which is awesome. The video he just wrecks all these mousers, and I'm like, that's legit. Let's see what other pictures we have because I don't have a little thumbnail of them. The other thing I wanted to talk about. I'm jumping around here. Sorry, I'm trying a new thing with the screen caps, so I'm like seeing them now as I put them on screen. Do you see the soda machine in the background? Do you see that? It says Pond Cola, and it's got a punk frog on it. I'm like,
yes.
Oh, okay. Further back in that screenshot is Bebop, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he's wearing a chef's outfit or something. But from what I'm picking up on the clues here is that one, we're going to get some punk frogs, which there's more we'll talk about as I show the screenshots. But Bebop seems to have something to do with this Channel 6 set. Because
there's
something
maybe they
going
take
on
over
here.
Channel 6 and like because there was the plot line in the animated series where they take over the Channel 6 building and Bebop and Rocksteady get to do their own like shows.
Oh yeah,
So that's a thing.
And I think I think we're gonna see more of that here. Now the thing that oh my goodness, the thing I love about the these types of beat 'em up games coming out now where people are like who grew up with them have like the know-how to implement all these other things into them is the attention to detail. And besides the fact that there's a knucklehead in this game, which I don't think we've seen the knucklehead in anything else. We might have, but it's been forever and it definitely didn't look as good as this. This is awesome, but also seeing it looks like it's in a food court and in the video and you have a foot soldier in the back with the visor on, like working at the sushi stand. Oh my goodness. Like, that's what I'm here for. Like, that's what's getting my money. Like, take my money now. Like,
I love
I'm
it.
so excited about it. Let's see. What else do we have in here? Let's see. Oh, geez. I think I broke it. Let's see.
Oh, so there's going to be a cone in the game.
There's going to be a cone. Yeah. Using, VLC's got a surprise.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the thing I wanted to get. So, so there's Bebop in the back. There's more a better shot of that poster.
Outfit.
And you can see Splinter using his special move where he's like rushing the people, and that's cool. Apparently, this looks like it's taking place at a mall, which is, that's cool. Mm-hmm. Here's Splinter meditating beside some pizza, as you do. And let's see, what do we have here? This is more evidence of Bebop taking over, because you see the TV zone in the background.
Yeah,
every TV's got Bebop.
He's on all the TVs.
He is all over the place now. Yeah, and then let's see, what's this one? So Splinter in the sewer doing his thing, walking. Now that's the one thing that I did find was interesting, because both him and April do this crossed foot walk, and I was like, that looks so weird. But then I'm like, well, how else would you make them walk? And I don't know. That was I was trying to find something, I guess, to nitpick about it. And
you do the shuffle. Like
I guess you could do that, but
right, little shuffle.
Right, but I think when I thought about that, I was like, no, this is probably the better way to go. And but I've never been in a side-scrolling street fight like obviously the Turtles are well versed in. You've never been in a side-scrolling?
I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense that Splinter walks like that, because that is very much like a I'm ready to go kind of way to walk.
That is true.
April seems like more like she'd just be running or walking normally, but
absolutely.
We'll see.
But the one thing I do love is that Splinter is making good use of his walking stick, his burnt Cheeto, which is
the burnt Cheeto. That is a thing that must be there.
Has to be there. And let's see, we got there's a better shot of his astral form, I guess. I don't know if I don't think they're gonna play. I don't know if they're playing it up, because he meditates when he has his hands like pressed.
Yeah, that's definitely like him somehow like sending out his life force or something to kick someone's ass. Yeah, which is a deaf Splinter move. You know what I mean?
Definitely is. So yeah, and again, everything about this game is looking beautiful. And one thing,
very vibrant.
So this scene right here, which I think, and the foot ski is in the background, all destroyed in this picture, but the video where I took the screenshot, Splinter takes his burnt Cheeto, his walking stick, and puts it in his sleeve. And then does that. And I was like, oh, that's where he hides it. That's where he keeps it this whole time. And and then back to that. So so there's like a lot of cool stuff that's happening in this, and I am super excited about it, as I'm sure most people are. Real quick, wanted to run through a couple of things. We saw him do his hurricane kick and what I'm calling his astral plane rush attack. But there's also a purple claw strike thing that's kind of like his like you press both attack buttons or attack and jump at the same time, and it does this like stage clearing thing. Saw him do that. Now, is there any other moves that you think that Splinter should have that we've seen him exemplify in the animated series? Like, is there something?
I got a couple.
Okay. Oh, you got to. Okay, let us know. Tell us.
And they might be able to pop these into the DLC or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they can pop it in. But I feel like there's a couple things. Number one, I think he should have the ability to perform as a special finisher a Kung Pao lobotomy on someone.
Ooh.
Where he hypnotizes someone and convinces them that like they no longer exist or something like that. Because that's a very scary thing that he does in the animated series at one point to one of his own sons. Nonetheless, the other thing, and this is a little bit more like something I could realistically see, is I need to see those mothballs. You know what I'm saying? I need to see Splinter's magical mothballs.
Yeah, definitely.
Mitch in the chat probably will be able to tell us the exact episode name and number. But there is the episode in the animated series, the 87 series, where your boy has his 3 magic, they look like pearls. And they're able to do like wild stuff.
Right.
Like wild, like they can move around and do all this crazy stuff, and it's really wild. And at the end, he just like puts he like just doesn't care or something, and the Turtles are like, oh, Master Splinter, what's the secret to these like magic orbs? And he just goes, mothballs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And that's the end of the episode. And I remember being like, dude, he's got magic mothballs. So I feel like, and there's 3 of them, which the kind of the logo on his chest always had kind of like 3.
Oh yeah,
Kind of
it
it
did.
was kind of a
Yeah.
triangle kind of look to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I always just thought it was super keeping in brand for Splinter. Seriously, I'm not joking because it is based on the '87 series
Oh
and stuff like
yeah,
that.
100%.
He should have a thing where he levitates the three balls, and then he sends
Just
them out, and the
yeah.
3 mothballs like each take out an enemy, and then they come
Oh,
back, and he like
that'd be great.
puts them in his hand, and then like they're gone. It's like a
Yeah,
magic trick.
that's awesome.
That's
Oh,
my idea from
I'd
it.
be all
Would be the
about that.
mothballs.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. The only thing that I could think of was him, which we saw a lot of him jumping, but and nowadays you see like they can move in all directions, like 360.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
in the cartoon, the '87 animated series, he was like known to do a 90-degree.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That time when he became human, he got retro mutated, and he went back to being Hamadoyoshi, the human, and he was plagued by weird supporters and reporters.
Yes.
And he literally just 90-degree jumped straight up and over, like
Yep.
in a very 90-degree fashion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the 90-degree jump would really put those foot soldiers on watch, because I mean, normally you have to jump diagonal, but not Splinter.
But not Splinter. It's not Splinter. And then the other thing it also involves jumping is when he's on the Dreadnought, and he is infiltrating, trying to get. It's the episode with the black holes and all that stuff, and he's trying to get out, and he gets caught. He just does this jump where he's like all stiff and straight up in the air again, and just yells in Japanese is what the closed caption said.
I remember
And
that.
if
He had that thing going on.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for me. But speaking of Splinter saying things, if you know how like Cowabunga, like at the end of the stage, like whenever you beat it, the turtles would say that. What?
Oh yeah.
What could Splinter's one of his things be? Like his catchphrases. I was thinking something along the lines of like why does the moth turn into the butterfly? Like he said, like his his parables and stuff.
No, I like that. I like that.
You can just cycle through them.
I mean, I'm just gonna say like mothballs.
Mothballs.
Just because that's an important thing he said.
It is.
Oh, I know. Oh, This is epic. So depending on which turtles you're playing alongside him, he slowly calls their names. Like
that's what I was gonna say.
Sewer back in the pilot.
Yes.
So if you got like Raph and Donnie playing 3-player, Raph, Donnie, and Splinter, he's like Raphael, Donatello, and they come to him, and then he like leans in and shares some of that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And that's the end of the stage.
Like he could share like some life with them, like to give them a little bit of boost. Like that'd be interesting.
Oh, see. In this episode of this comic we're about to review, which isn't part of this segment, but it reminded me of, it'd be kind of cool also if he had the ability to go on the astral plane and like heal everyone, but he was immobile, and you had to like defend him.
Oh, that's
so like
neat.
That way he can act a little bit like a healer in the party a little bit. Like he can go on the astral plane, and maybe all the enemies slow down a little bit, and everything gets a little kind of trippy. But he's like just sitting on the ground meditating, and if he gets attacked, then it really hurts him.
No,
like, it knocks his health down to like maybe like a fifth, or something from full, because he got hit without. But while he's doing that, you're faster, you're stronger, and so he can help you beat bosses that way. That'd be
interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's like high risk, high reward kind of deal.
Yes.
That's cool. So one last thing is that littered throughout here, throughout the trailer is stuff with the frogs. Now, like I mentioned, there's the 1 minute trailer.
There's a heavy punk frog thing going on.
There is, and I just wanted to call those out in case you missed it. But there's in the 1 minute trailer, there's not as many. In the 8 minute one that's on PlayStation's YouTube channel, they showed that we saw the Pond Cola vending machine, and there's in the sewers there's just graffiti that says frogs or frog on the wall. And then the biggest one that was surprising to me was they had all 4 punk frogs in like when they're in the mall, like outside the food court, maybe like where the escalator is. It's they have a standee with all 4 punk frogs, like a cardboard standee, like if they were putting out a record or were in a movie. And
something tells me that they're also like weirdly maybe like celebrities or something in this continuity.
That would be interesting.
Story.
Yeah.
Given, you know what I mean? Given like maybe there's a subplot where like they got famous like the Turtles kind of did.
Yeah.
And the Turtles are more anonymous, and the Punk Frogs are like, there's Punk Frog pepperoni sticks. There's Punk Frog, it's basically Turtles mania, but they're not the mania. It's Punk Frog mania.
Interesting.
But a lot of that's a lot of that's conjecture, but definitely like it's very clear that they're showing us a ton of Punk Frog centric stuff, which I love.
I'm here for it.
You might be trying to rescue them potentially, or Shredder might be taking out his revenge on them, or something like that. I don't know, but we'll have to stay tuned to see. It looks like such a promising game, and everything I've seen from it looks fantastic. I'm so glad Splinter is a playable character. I'd love to see them add Casey right there at the end, and then we can kind of go from there. But you do have to think too about potentially DLC. I don't know if there's a DLC roadmap for this game.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It seems like there's one for every game, but not every game is like that. A lot of games don't have a DLC strategy, and the idea is like you buy it and there you go. So we'll have to stay tuned and see. But I think seeing Casey Jones would be great. But everything I've seen from Splinter so far has been awesome. So I can't wait to play him.
Oh yeah. So real quick, in the chat, just checking in with everybody. They got some Ryan Raglan saying that I made another funny, ha ha ha, as Splinter's as Splinter saying. So that was a good one.
That would be good. That would be good.
Yeah, and then he said also never forget who you are. Yeah, another classic. John Klein III says 4 turtles, 4 allies, which is neat. So then there'd be 2 more after Splinter in April. So I don't know who else you'd get after Casey, because then I guess the next down the rung would be like either all 4 Punk Frogs, or you'd start getting into some of the Channel 6 news crew. But
I feel like maybe like Mondo Gecko wouldn't be bad. Even though it's funny because everything is all mixed up, because Mondo Gecko, while he had several toys in the toy line and he was a bigger deal in Adventures, in the 87 continuity, he's in 1 episode, guys. Like he's not and he's kind of a villain for most of it. I mean, but there's a weird thing though that happens where like all these characters that they just exist and then they get kind of like reworked. So maybe a Mondo Gecko would be really cool. Let me see. But you're right. After Casey, if there's 3 more or whatever, or maybe like room for 1, maybe 2 more, you got to have him. John Clemens just said Usagi Yojimbo.
Yeah,
that would be nuts.
That would be insane.
That would be really nutty. Be amazing.
Yeah, I think he's got 2 episodes at least. And the 87
he's got
series.
more. He's got more going for him, absolutely. And he's a Turtles ally. While Mondo Gecko becomes an ally at the very end, in 87 he shares an origin story with the Turtles, which is a really weird turn of events, and you never see Mondo have that origin outside of the 87 animated series, but he does actually he was in the sewer that day when they were created. Which is
him and Daredevil.
Super weird. M. Wilson says Tampa Bay Ray Fillet, which you know what?
no, we don't need Ray Fillet. For
we need Tampa Bay Ray Fillet.
Tampa Bay Ray Fillet. Yeah, we're all about that.
Yeah,
the 87 animated series Ray Fillet we don't need. John Clemens says that Splinter should just endlessly repeat, "You have my support," and yes, he definitely needs to. Yes. Goodness, that's great.
Would be so good.
Absolutely,
so good if they somehow made a reference to the seaweed in TMNT, the first game.
Oh yeah,
and if somehow in there, somewhere, if you're in a level, there's a seaweed that'll shock you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I would love super that. Dark Souls. See, the thing about that game is it was Dark Souls before Dark Souls existed.
It's what inspired it. Yeah,
you died. You're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. And only one last thing. If they want to do the cherry on top, refer to Shredder as New York's premier kickman. And that's it. You've done your job. You're done. That's it. Absolutely. I'll take DLC of them. I'll pay $15 for them to just put that in there. Like if they just add it in for $15, I'll do that. Well, let us know what you think in the chat, and email us if you have any questions about this, or if you know anything about the game that we don't know, or anything we missed. If you saw it in the background or when you watched the trailers yourself, if there's anything we missed, let us know. Email us at turtlesoup@gmail.com. And let us know your thoughts about Casey being in there and who else you want to see and what all you want to see with this game. And if anyone knows when it's going to come out, let us know. Hit us up, because we are dying to know and give it all of our time and money. So, all right.
Well, let's smash that like button and subscribe on YouTube. Smash it. Yeah. What's up, YouTube? Do that. It helps us out, though. And if you like this stuff, we are on YouTube, obviously, so you can check out our playlist and stuff. We have a lot of other news and episodes and reviews.
And hopefully, once we get this going, we can be live streaming the game, us playing it. So
Oh, I mean, that's a thing.
I have the device that's supposed to make it work. We just haven't had a chance to use it yet. So hopefully it'll be soon.
No.
But all right, well, that's gonna do it for this news segment. So we'll catch you on the Prime side.